25p, and the extended delivery that we've got on the Queen Bee, 20% of that stock has gone as well. We're having a very, very busy hour, so it's good that you're getting involved, but the key thing is you have to keep checking those baskets out. Just very, very quickly as well, I'm going to bring the details up at the bottom of the screen for your hedgehogs. They're proving to be popular. Cyril is always a popular little chap, but of course Cyril is not by himself. We have got Honey, and we've also got Clara as well. Honey's more of that creamy tone, maybe something for the spring if you're wanting to, but if you put up fair wearing things like your silvers and your cool tones, then maybe Clara is the one for you. All three of them are on the same item number though, so if you want any of those, you can see the details there, 178459. Yes, if you're wanting any of those, then yeah, go for them. The details on your screen, actually I think I just gave you those details thinking it was the hedgehog, but they're actually for the bees. Hedgehogs are at the bottom of the screen. I only have to read the words and numbers and I still get it wrong. How are you getting on over there?
I am nearly completing a wing. Now, whether you're sewer or not, this really doesn't matter. To give this a go, you don't have to be a master sewer. I'm certainly not a master sewer. You just need to be able to thread your needle. And the techniques I'm showing you now, really, that is what is encompassed in the whole thing.
Fabulous. We're getting lots of people emailing in with bee names. We've got a couple.
Oh, have we?
We've got Victoria and Albert because of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert.
Oh, I love that. That is brilliant.
Loads of other ideas. What was the other idea that we had? Bobby. Bobby?
Bobby, that's cute.
That's cute, isn't it? So, yeah.
What, B-E-A-U?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby.
Oh, don't start me spelling. Oh, no. No, I can't. No, it'll all come out completely wrong. So there's me thinking of Brian the Bee or something like that. But you're also more creative.
Now, the good thing is I finished one of the wings, so I can actually show you, once you've finished one little section, providing you can get your needle all the way through, is you want to do something called, again, reinforcing. But this is actually reinforcing all of it. So what it does is it helps for it to just sit a little bit more uniformly.
Okay.
So you would pop your needle through all of those.
Oh, I see, yeah. Okay. And where you kind of got the bend.
Where you've got the bend, do it again. There's also a process called couching down, which is something they use in actual embroidery, which is where you can do a stitch over the side of beads if you need to pull it out a little bit. That's all in the instructions as well.
Well, now we're being educated on bees. So worker bees, they're actually female. So if they're male, they would be classed as drones. I'm learning so much in this house. So who was it emailed in with that one? Penny, thank you very much.
Okay, so that's one wing completed.
Perfect.
And now I will go on and show you how we fill in.
Oh yeah, we can just see those little smaller beads on the inside.
Those smaller beads there. Okay. I think before we do that, I'm going to show you how we tie off as well.
Okay.
I might need to add a new thread. Let's trim these off.
Wonderful.
Now, if you're trimming off, just be careful you don't trim off your working thread. But I don't ever worry about what it looks like at the back. I know some people are quite precious, but to my mind, it's going to be having a covering on the back. If you run out of thread, you just start in the same way, but to finish off, pop your needle under a little bit of foundation, just catch a bit of the foundation, and I go under one of the ladders and tie. And then I move down a bit further on. Don't go too deep into your foundation because you don't want to affect the front of your bee, and then pull. So 2 to 3 places is enough. And then trim off. The other thing is, some people may want to tie off and start again if you're going to be working on a different part of the bee.
Okay.
But what I tend to do is actually weave my way under the bars to where I want to work.
Ah, I see. Okay, yeah.
All right. And I've already filled in one line here. and I'm going to fill in more. And these are the Toho treasures, they're called, and they really are treasures.
You see how sparkly they are, look amazing.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? You use the same technique in this.
So 4 little beads.
4 little beads. But don't get too ambitious with overfilling it, because like I say, if you start overfilling it, it doesn't look quite as neat. And there's some super tiny beads in the pack that you can fill in any gaps afterwards.
Ah, good tip, good tip. Now we are busy. Now I'm going to let you continue with those little little beads there. Busy bees we are here in the studio. Yeah, if you're wanting your kit, details are on your screen. Lots of you placing your order on the phone lines. You probably noticed at the bottom of the screen there, we have got a bit of a queue for me. So apologies. It's only a couple of minutes though, so hopefully that will clear very, very quickly. But you've got choices with the first item we've been chatting about. This is the one that we've been seeing coming together. The little bee here, so you can see you've got 2/3 of the stock having gone of this one. We are talking about immediate dispatch with this one, so this one obviously on its way to you sooner than the other choice that we have, because the second choice is your queen bee as well. Now of course it's sold out and now on extended delivery with regards to the 1st of February, so not too long to wait, to be honest, but just bearing in mind that if you are wanting it for immediate dispatch, then you need to go for the bee by itself, but the queen bee is still available 1st of February, but proving to be very, very popular. So yeah, don't miss out on that one a second time. That's my only advice to you. Going to give you a kind of a little update on some of the other bits and pieces that we've got in the show, and then we're going to head back over and see Rachel again, because of course bead embroidery is something that we have found has been very, very popular here, pretty much with the arrival of Cyril. Now Cyril has been a visitor to us here at Hochanda on quite a few shows, and every single time he sells out, and he's proven to be a very popular chap in this hour as well. Now Cyril, as you can see, is just one of your choices with regards to these. We've got Honey and Clara as well, who I will introduce you to in just a few moments. But what you've got is a whole host of beads all coming together to create your fabulous little character. Now this one is Honey, because you can see obviously the honey tones, and as I turn Honey around, you'll be able to see you've got the dimension of those little prickles on her back there, all coming together to create the most incredible little brooch. Now you're going to get your fabric for your backing as well, also going to get your brooch clasp, which you're going to put in place. All you need really is a little bit of glue, and that's to bring it all together. All your beading thread, your needles, your beads, they're all included within the kit, and of course your instructions as well. And then Clara. Oh, Clara's got a totally different colour tone to her. Beautiful kind of cool greys with this one again. So if silver is the way that, I mean, I love my silver jewellery, so this one would work perfectly. This is the one that Nora has created as well. This is Nora's little Clara brooch. Absolutely adorable. And as you can see there, a beautiful way of you creating something a little bit different. A little bit of wearable jewellery and like that. So £24.95. If you fancy getting hold of any of those, they're all on the same item number. And of course, if you're wanting to go for multiples, you can do. No additional post and packing. Now, I know lots of you have invested in these kits previously because we've had sellouts time and time again with them. So lots of you are going for that kind of booster pack. Now, the booster pack will enable you to create 4 of your fabulous little hedgehogs. Now, you haven't got the instructions included this one, and you haven't got your beads, so it's assuming that you're kind of buying this as a bit of a bolt on. You've already got hold of your instructions, so you know exactly what you're doing, and you've got plenty of beads to fill these designs. Now you are going to get your 4 little bases, as you can see there, with your hedgehogs. You're also going to get your backings and your brooches, but what you're also going to get are 5 beading needles. So Rachel could have got away with just giving you 1, to be honest, but she's put extras in there, so as maybe you can make this into a kind of little group effort, maybe having a little meeting with your friends over one of those video channels and all having a go together. So 480799 if you fancy getting hold of those. Now you may well have spied that Rachel was wearing a beautiful ring, and it's one of the rings that's been created using one of the kits that we've got. Now we've got 5 choices, and each one of these kits you're going to be able to create 2 rings. It's just purely down to the choice of the colour of the beads. The actual wires, you're going to get your rose gold and your silver in every single one of these, but then you've got choices with regards to your beads. Now this gorgeous blue, which would be fabulous to go with your denims. This one is Soda Light, and you can see that you're getting different tones with regards to these beads, because of course they are something that you find actually in nature when these ones are being created. So there you go, you've got all your different colour tones with that one. Turquoise, a beautiful one for those sunny days, and straight away you start thinking about sunshine and beaches, don't you, when you start seeing turquoise. So again, you've got your rose gold and your silver, and these are rings that are very much adjustable because of the design that they are created with. Now, we're not going to see a demonstration on how these come together, but if you go back just 2 weeks, and it was around 9 o'clock in the morning, we had our regular jewellery box show, and Rachel was here showing us how to create these. So if you are investing in one of these kits, then rest assured you've got full instructions which are really, really clear, but if you do need a little bit of a video tutorial, go back and watch that show on Rewind. Next option that we've got, this is one of my favourites, I must admit, and I love the kind of grey tones that we've got with this one. It's almost like a gunmetal look, and this one is your quartz, no, it's not your quartz, it's your Himalite, isn't it? Is it Himalite? It is Hematite, isn't it? Hematite. I put an extra L in the name there, making up my own beads. So if you fancy getting hold of this one, again, $12.99, a very affordable way for you to create two fabulous pieces of jewellery there, as you can see. The next one that we've got, again, keeping those darker tones, but this time we're looking at some smoky quartz. Smoky quartz has got a certain amount of transparency with these beads, so you can actually see the wire passing through the centre of these. Got a really pretty finish to them, absolutely gorgeous, whether you're choosing to make it in the silver or the rose gold. But of course the beauty is you're going to be able to make both of those. Next one that we've got two different colours of beads in here, or two different types of beads, should I say, not just colours. Amethyst, which we'll all be familiar with, and rose quartz. Now, amethyst is actually the gemstone for the month of February, so it might be that you're making this as a jewellery item for somebody to give as a gift. But of course, you could be making one amethyst star ring and one rose quartz. You don't have to mix those beads up. Equally so, if you fancy mixing them up with any of the other beads, then they're all on the same item number. Why not mix up that order? And each set that you're going for, you're going to be able to create two rings for just £12.99. But of course, we all have a huge stash of beads, and once you've got the knowledge, then maybe you're going to be making some of your own. Now, you've got your different grades of, no, not the wire, it's oh, I wasn't paying attention, was it? The pliers, not the wire. It's that sound. Sorry, your pliers. So your pliers, you've got some sets of pliers for you now. Getting 4 of them for £18.95. So you've got, obviously you've got your round nose, you've got your chain nose, as you can see there, the bent nose, and you've also got your wire cutters with these. So all the tools that you need for you to create the most incredible pieces of jewellery. They sit beautifully in the palm of your hand, and they are the right style of tools for the job. That is the key thing. You don't want something that's going to be overly cumbersome, and you also want something that's going to be nice and sharp and designed for the job in hand. 317-858 if you fancy getting hold of those. Now, we've had another picture sent in from Tricia. Oh my goodness, look at these. These are beautiful. Now, Rachel, I hear from a little birdie, well, not from a birdie, from a dragonfly and a mouse, or a butterfly and a mouse, should I say, that you do online workshops as well.
I do. This is Tricia that I met first when we did online Zoom workshops, and she did the dragonfly and the mouse with me online, all the way from Scotland. She is.
Fabulous. So, yeah, thank you.